Welcome to Going Retro in the Bosch Cave Volume 7. We are here unboxing some more retro Hasbro style figures, but for the first time, I actually have a Hasbro figure. And we are sponsored by DUBBY Pre-Workouts. So at the big event back in March, 3 months ago, that's how long these figures have been sitting here, I got this Giant Gonzalez figure from J&J, one of the few Hasbros I'm missing. So here it is, Giant Gonzalez, Jake Wyatt's favorite wrestler. All right, let's start off with some pastel toys, grapplers and gimmicks. So let's start off with the new rockers. Marty Jannetty and Al Snow, or Leif Cassidy as he was known at the time. Like I keep saying, Mitch continues to put out these figures of all these mid-90s new gen guys that never got Hasbro figures, that would have gotten Hasbro figures, so I'm happy these are finally being made, and he just continues to up his game, so good job, Mitch. So here we have, this is Leif Cassidy, Marty Jannetty. Had a brief run, but I'm so happy to have these. I've met Al Snow before, I met Marty Jannetty in front of the barbershop window set, which is pretty awesome. Another tag team from which we have the Brain Busters. Definitely would have loved to have had these back in the day. Happy they're finally made. Arn looks great. So here we have Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson. I have their big rubber guys pre-ordered, so those should be here in the next few months. I met both of them at the NWA Legends Fan Fest, but not with each other. I met Tully with Baby Doll, and I met Arn Anderson with Ole Anderson. And last but not least, we have the Supreme Fighting Machine, Charles Wright. I always thought it was an awesome gimmick, even though he was a heel. Feuding with The Undertaker, taking that urn and making a necklace out of it. I have the Elite figure, which I never in a million years thought they would make, but I got it for my new gen collection. So now I finally have him in Hasbro style. It is awesome. So I can't wait to open this one up. All that's left now is for him to do photo ops as the Supreme Fighting Machine, at conventions. So this figure looks sick. Good job, Mitch. Keep on killing it. And now we have a ton of zombie sailors, heels and faces figures. So let's not waste any time opening these up. Since we just did a bunch of tag teams, let's get Public Enemy, Rocco Rock, Johnny Grunge. These are their first figures ever. My earliest memories of them are actually WCW, not ECW, because that's when I first saw them in WCW, because I didn't have access to ECW yet. They were just such a fun team. I know there were other people that innovated the tables, like Sabu, rest in peace, but these guys, at least were the first on a main stage on American television to put people through tables, where they would stack the two tables and Rocco Rock would just go flipping through. I love the music, the entrance, the jerseys. That looks familiar. At some point, I'm just gonna have to have a separate section for just ECW guys. I feel like I'm gonna have just as many ECW guys as old school WWF guys. Because here we have Yoshihiro Tajiri. I saw him wrestle recently at the Hammerstein Ballroom for GCW.
The Japanese buzzsaw, Yoshihiro Tajiri!
Awesome figure, Tajiri. Didn't expect to have this one, but I figured if I already started collecting all these ECW guys, I might as well just keep that collection going as well, have an ECW retro section, as if I don't have enough stuff to collect. Speaking of ECW, we have former ECW champion Mike Awesome, also sadly passed away years ago, but Mike Awesome, huge star during those final years of ECW. Awesome on the trunks. No pun intended, awesome figure. Speaking of hardcore legends, we have Abdullah the Butcher, another great figure. There we have it, comes with the fork, the pointy toe shoes, and here we have Bad News Allen, Bad News Brown in WWE. Such a badass from the early 90s, late 80s. You know, I'm so happy, especially like these guys that are no longer with us or a lot older. I'm glad a lot of these guys are getting these figures and their families are getting money from these. I think that's great. But not just Zombie and Mitch, but Major Pod, Big Rubber Guys, all of these lines that are re-releasing these figures that aren't under WWE Legends deals, so their families are getting paid. So I think that's incredibly awesome, and happy that their families are still being supported by the sacrifices that they all made. And the last of the Lucy's, the one and only Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Bloody Ric Flair from WrestleMania 8. I could even pair him up with the Horseman if I wanted to. He's got the hair, the bloody face, the blood in the hair, and the hair is kind of blended in with the red, with the blood. So I think such an awesome Flair figure, considering his Hasbro isn't the greatest. It's got that weird pose with the face like that. The two that I'm keeping on card, not opening, keeping them in the package. One is already signed and one I hope to get signed one day. First we have, I won this on Matt's Whatnot for a decent price. It came out to about the price of the figure itself minus the auto, so I was like, let me just bid on it. It is Matt Cardona, Deathmatch King. We all know I was there, my first show post-pandemic, my favorite wrestling vlog of all time. Let's just go back to that celebration. Beautiful figure. The shirt is bloody. He's got the LI hands with the middle finger. He's got the light tube. I already have the 2-pack with him engaged, but I wanted this one just for itself. And maybe I'll still get the pre-match one where he's not bloody, or is that middle of the match but prior to getting blood. I don't know. He's come out with like 8 different versions of figures from this one match. And last but not least, I'm wearing this shirt. It is the Zombie Heels and Faces CM Punk. As you can see, I have the Larry figure already inside there, just because it's a lot smaller, but I don't want anything to happen to it. I remember the announcement for the CM Punk figure and the Larry figure, and thinking like, holy shit, how did he pull this off right before CM Punk went to WWE? So I'm glad this exists. Hope to get it signed by him one day. I feel like there's so much stuff I want to get signed by Punk, but I know it'll be pricey. But there we have it. This is Going Retro in the Bosch Cave, Volume 7, featuring these two bad boys and all of these figures. Now I can finally get these out of my closet and into storage for the foreseeable future.